Warren Buffett, is he still one of the best billionaires? I just bought some of the stock that he just bought. Here's a stock before anything. I won't hold it against you. It's Occidental Petroleum, Oxy, OXY. I was like, sure, I'll buy some. I never really heard of it, but Warren Buffett bought some yesterday. Bought some, 48.71, and we're up 0.5%. Not bad. And the rest of the portfolio is looking pretty good too. I'm up 26% on the year, basically doing the same as the S&P 500. And I haven't really been holding it, but this year I will be for long term. Past 3 months, past month, 1 week, 1 day. And this is because I bought the dip of the morning dip. Vanguard bought a brown here, 540.25, with about 11 shares, and I have 30, which is about $6,000, and I had 10K in there. So made a little bit of money on that. Still down about 4.2. No. Decent difference from the 24th volt peak there. But we got some buying power here. Still got 15 grand. So that's going to be dollar cost averaging. And I'm going to be selling the VOO if I see a high. Oh, actually, 543. It's a bit of a high. I mean, it's a $3. $3 times 10 shares, $30 day trade. I mean, I could do that. But because we are, we are considered bearish. 540, 545. We made a higher high, and then we made a lower low there. 540. And why? Is there any financial news that made us really go down in the market change? No. It's just the end of the month. So we'll see. Do we kind of hold these levels, or levels that we held the last two times? Held about this, not the exact, but 538, 540, 538 to 540, 538 to 540, and then we held it today. We held it in the short term, 538, 540, 530, 540, then again 538, 540. But if we are getting rejected, look at the highs though. There's a higher high, but it couldn't hold it, so we're back down, and we did not bounce off of the previous support right here. We got a short-term bounce right here, but it did not hold this at all. It's not respecting that. It's respecting a lot closer to the 541.56 support here in the short term in the 1 month. And if we get rejected right around here at the previous resistance, which is right around here too, 544, 545, another dollar or two. I think we got another dollar or two to go. That's about 0.5%, another 0.5%. I don't know. But they do it. It'll be like down 1.5, and then it goes up 1, and you're making 1% on a day trade, or 0.5%. They like to give out 1%. How Vanguard trades the markets, or the algorithm, whatever you want to call it. Bitcoin had a bounce, short term. 2.5% bounce. They take away like 0.5%, so I did trim. 92.43. I mean, they sell it lower than your average, and you buy it higher than your average. But yeah, I would have made like 1%. Bitcoin's volume is super low right now. Stock market's volume is super low. They're trying to make it look like it's, it could increase, but people are just unsure. Some people are taking profits. But they're giving us a discount here, another chance to buy in. And when it's bullish, they reward you. Look at the 3 month on Vanguard S&P 500. We are above the 523. We're above the 535 at the 540. I think we're still bullish. And until we break this 538, 535, if we really break that, 540, then we can probably start looking at 522, a 10% dip from all-time highs. 560, or 525 to 558. It's more like a 7%, but they're gonna make it look extreme. The news is gonna be going crazy. So Warren Buffett chairperson of Berkshire Hathaway. This guy's a master. His company bought some Oxy. Don't know why. We're gonna look into it, but his company bought some Oxy and went with the market. Yeah, I mean, it's better to buy here than to buy here. So I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Okay, back to Warren Buffett. An overview here. Warren Edward Buffett is an American investor and philanthropist who is the CEO and chairman of Berkshire Hathaway. Buffett is known for his investment success and is one of the world's most well-known investors. Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway, owns many companies, including Dairy Queen, Duracell, and Geico. Buffett's annual meeting in Omaha, Nebraska is known as Woodstock for capitalists and attracts many loyal fans. That sounds nice. Would you go to the Woodstock for capitalists? Would you go to that in Omaha, Nebraska? Does it every year. That'd be awesome to do. Puts cash reserves to work, buying S&P 500, underperformer. This was 3 hours ago. Warren Buffett's cash reserves have been at all-time highs heading into 2025, but in the past few weeks, he's been scoping out some more shares of S&P 500 component VRSN, VeriSign, upping his bet on the Internet Domain Name Registry company. Buffett, okay. He purchased 143,424 shares of VRSN for around $28.55 million. That's a ton of money. But to Warren, it's kind of like peanuts. But it's still a lot of money. Berkshire Hathaway made VRSN purchases totaling 377,700. Okay, so the total in the 6 sessions ending on December 24th, according to the filings, 400,000 shares, 74 million. So December 24th, VRSN. Okay, 24th. Sheesh. So from 200, he made it. He basically started the. Yeah, I mean he bought at, pretty much bought at support. It was a good job on him. Made like a 2.5%, 2.5% on 74 million, plus 2.5%. Minus 74 million, the original. But he made a nice little 1.8, a little tax. Maybe he made a little 1.5, little 1 miller. This guy's a G. Berkshire Hathaway, okay. Stock edged up 0.3% to 204 during market action on Monday after edging up, okay. The stock gained 2.6% last week and is up 9% in December. Buffett started buying VeriSign in Q1 2024 and has now amassed 13.2 million shares for nearly 14% stake in the company. Okay. So, do we want to buy some of that? I mean, I don't know. It's overextended. Well, I mean, he bought it like December 24th. He bought it like at 200. I mean, it's probably buy at the same price that he's buying it. It's actually not a bad idea. It seems like he's doing it again. He's in the short term. It almost seems like what's happening here, as in like it was about to fall here. Like this was the resistance. I mean, this was potential support all the way over here. Previous resistance. Previous resistance. That's where it held. You get it. Okay, and it could be happening right here on the long-term chart, 5-year, 1 year. Let's go to the 5-year. What does the max look like? There you go. Wow, that's insane. Okay. 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 Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would be careful with this company. I'm not going to be buying any shares anytime soon. But hey, to each their own. Warren Buffett's company bought some. You saw the video, rewind it, see how much he put on there, 74 mil, whatever. But I was making the video more about Oxy. But even then, OXY, you can see, where is it? He manages 90% of Berkshire Hathaway. A couple of his master quotes right here. Here are some of the best Warren Buffett quotes of all time. A simple rule dictates my buying. Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. Simple. Buy low, sell high. If it's high, you shouldn't be buying. People are greedy. Once there's a lot of greed in the market, there's a lot of money in the market, there's a lot of liquidity. People that control the market and the algorithms, they see that, oh, let's do a sweep. Let's make a bunch of money. All these people bought at the highs. Rug pull, takes the money. Okay, now you can start chopping, do whatever, consolidating, whatever. Go. Okay, but they're going to do a sharp. They're going to take the money. They know, what do you think the market bounces? Because they're taking you money. People that buy at the highs are losing money. Guys at the buying at low, selling high, they're making the money. It's it's a pattern. You can just pay attention. Second one, it's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. Okay, buy the best companies. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. Okay, so you're paying for a part of the company, basically paying for a part of the asset. Okay, he has books. A lot of his books kind of condense into the same thing. Dollar cost average in quality companies. Getting rejected right now at about 544. And then under 544. Okay. It doesn't register, but I'm sure this hit 544. And then why? It's 544. This is bad. We'll see. We'll see if we break it. This could be just, we're going to pop. The resistance could be like a 546. But 546, not really. Resistance is more so at 547, which is, not bad. 125 to 2%. There's 0.75%, and if you caught part of the low, you would have gotten another 0.5% or so. So you get like 2%, good 2% on this. If I make 2% on 16K, plus 2%, $320. That's not bad. Profit's profit. Yes, other things might still be down, or things like Tesla, but to me, 420. Seems like a dip buy, to be honest. But the downside is pretty massive. The downside could be all the way down to the base, and 20% to 60. That's a 40% drop. So you got to be very careful on volatile things like this. But could go back to highs, but it could also go back to lows. 40%. So you want to be careful. A lot of people like to say, I'm a bag holder. Bag holding is great, especially when you don't have too much money into it. But when you're all in, or you have a very heavy position, you're buying at highs, buy low, sell high, and you're buying at the high, don't be surprised if and when the stock pulls back. And why would it pull back? It's an amazing company. Why would it pull back? Because the overall market pulls back. Why? It's manipulated. They're making money. It's always going to go up and down. Nothing goes up forever. Nothing goes down forever. Something does. Some if it's the company's trash. But if you're buying SPY ETFs, I think Tesla's one of the best companies in the world in the future. But it still has a lot of chop to go through before becoming there. Yes, the robots, the AI, and everything. But they haven't gone to the next. They're truly next level, yeah, I believe. But they're working on it. They're very close. That's basically that. This is basically what I'm holding. This is the last price of these. You can pause right there if you'd like. Total value of what I have. Total return. Total percentage. Dogecoin's going to be a great asset once a presidency goes in. Elon's in. That should be cool. See what happens to Dogecoin. But yeah, also, with Robinhood Gold, 4.25% APR, APY. Make some money with your cash, and be careful at these all-time highs, especially when you go into a reversal. You want to buy the dip, of course. Everyone wants to buy a dip, but previous support can turn to resistance. Once that happens, 538, we're looking at 527, 525, 10% drop, and then resistance being about 540. So we got to be careful. We could be buying at the high right now, but that's why you always have cash reserve to buy the dip. I do have a decent amount in here, actually. I shouldn't have 50%, about 15K here, 16K there. I shouldn't have 50% in, but I'm willing to take a little bit more risk, and in the sense of I'm willing to get try to get a lower low before, I think we have room to, 546, 547 before we get rejected. Maybe it doesn't happen. Maybe we get rejected around here and around here, 545 or so. But even if we go to 545, I think I can, make another 0.5%. Maybe I do sell up there. Maybe I sell at 1.5% on 16K. Maybe $150. I don't know. But right now, yeah, $150 from this point is what I'm saying. But yes, overall my average is 538.26. I'll be up about 300, sell about half, lock in about 150 or whatever it is, $100, and go from there. And then pay attention to the position sizing. And I'm not really going to get, yes, most of these shares are long term. I'm not going to fully ever sell the position right here. I know I have a few times, but I'm going to learn from that. And because we've been at such highs, I just kept selling the position. I wouldn't want to, I wanted to stay as liquid as possible around this areas, and I kind of was right. I was right on one of the turns, and then sold it, and then now on the next turn, I am trying to figure out what to do, and just be patient. Are we going to hold this mid-level here, or is it going to break, and there's new support going to be like 525? It's going to be like an 8% drop from all-time highs, and that's very possible. Why would that happen? Go figure. The Vanguard owns 88%, 90% of the S&P 500, top 500 companies in the world. They do whatever they want. They want to, they control the media. They want to say, this war thing, this Ukraine thing, this Russia thing, they pump it enough on the television, on the news station. They get a couple clips viral. They turn it into a trend. Before you know it, markets are reacting. Now we're in a downtrend. Now you're looking at where's it going to bounce off of? Where's the next support? Doesn't hold the support. Now you're in a bear market after a few weeks, whatever. Before you know it, recovers. And you just want to have money when things are dropping. Don't overly spend. And, just dollar cost average. It's just the Warren Buffett method, just dollar cost average into quality companies for an extended period of time, 10, 15, 20 years, and you'll come out on top 9 out of 9 times. Yep. Yeah, that was not a joke. 9 times. Let's look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA, nice recovery. From 534 to 140. 134.26 to 140, up 40% on NVIDIA. It was up over 100%, but I've been adding to the position, so my average went up a whole lot. Still up $1,000 though, 971. But this is the recent buys. 134, 2 shares at 135 this morning. Oh, and we're already up on those shares there. It's about to hit 140. Let's see if we get rejected though. Could be a dead cat bounce. This whole thing, everyone's, it's not too bad. Could be a dead cat bounce. Maybe you should take some profits up here. Oh, wait a minute. I was flat on the day. I was down a max of $355, $350 on the day. Now we're not down $300 anymore on the day. We're up $50. Or we're only down $50. 1% gain on. Okay. We could sell those. It's not much. We can do a bit of a trade here. We can do, I'll be only selling 10 shares. So I can sell, so I'll have I don't want to have a $5,000 position only, but if I do only have a $5,000 position and I sell 15K right now, I'll have a ton of money in the cash reserve to buy the dip in case it does go down. Better to be safe than sorry, but I'll only have 5K if it does recover back to all-time highs. I'm going to regret that. I'm going to lose that 3%. But I can potentially save myself, um, you know, a three. I guess there's 3-4% downside, 3-4% upside. This is usually the time to do nothing. This is the time to already be in the market, already buy the dip when it was the time to buy, and just hold because it could go up, could go down. Don't want to act like you can predict anything. It's basically, if I were to do some technical analysis, imagine there's a line right here, and like the 50-day moving average or whatever it is, and it's probably right about 140 right here, and we're like, it doesn't really register right here, but we're pretty much there right here, 140, and we're probably gonna reconnect with the base. I mean, yeah, probably gonna reconnect with the base, or at least down to 540 again, under 540. I mean, we just did that this morning, I suppose. Yeah, the 537. Yeah. And then bounce back, go back to all-time high. I mean, it's very possible we can just go back to all-time highs too. Okay, I'm not going to touch anything then. Uh, I think I have a little bit too much money. I want to trim some, but I am happy I bought the dip because the direction is in my favor. It did hold the 537, and that's why it could have got rejected around here, 540, but it didn't. It's still pushing, but never know. Could be a fake recovery because we're still on the look on the 1 week. We're still even right here. We're still under 550, 548, 545. This is a real resistance right here, 548. So we have to shoot past like 548, 550, and that's the thing though. When you look at it, it looks like, is this going to happen? Well, look at it. 1% gain from where we are now, negative 0.3. We had a 3% down day in 1 day. We had 1.5% down day, and that's only 1 to 2% upside. Market can go 1% in 1 day, so be careful. Things can go up before you know it. Things can go down before you know it. Be patient and prepared for both. And that's the lesson for today on the S&P 500, general making money in the stock market, and how to not lose money, how to make money, how to keep your money, grow it, trim at the highs when people are extremely greedy, or never trim at all. You can never cut at all if you have a decent income. Just always dollar cost average. Could do 5 days a week. You could do once a week, once a month. Figure that out. There's a option on the stock on Robinhood to do that. Tap shares up here. Oh my goodness. It's not letting me tap. Okay. But basically, here we are. Recurring investment, unconditional orders, can start it whenever, every market day, every week, whatever. Click one, put a certain amount, and dollar cost average, you don't even got to look at it. But you want to get a little bit more gains out of the market, you got to watch it. Or just watch my videos, and I'm going to watch it for you because I'm already addicted. Been in this for 5 years, since 2020, when I knew absolutely nothing at all. Made a little bit of money, lost a little bit of money, and then lost a lot of money during COVID, and kept buying through that dip, and I didn't have much money to put in, but whatever I could, I dollar cost average, bought in Tesla, Nvidia, different stuff, and we made the money mostly back. And at a low of 20 grand, average loss of about 16, 15K. Pretty painful, but we're coming back. And one day we'll be even, hopefully. We will. And then we'll be up money, and then eventually I'm going to get to 100K, which is the company's, the 9 to 5 to richest company. No, it's not a company, but the YouTube channel, I just want it to get to 100K for you guys to show that it's possible, and it's a lot easier than you think, and that people are making it seem like, let me do a bunch of options. Let me, I can do it. I can do it. You look at this. We're potential resistance. Okay, let me buy some calls here. This expires in a couple days, on Friday, basically. And, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I suppose that is Friday, Thursday, I'm not sure. The third, is that? Third is a Friday, yes. So I can buy this and could potentially turn this into $400, $500, or I can lose $220. But you can buy so this is what people do. This same week options, expires in the same week, and they'll buy like a crazy amount. You can lose 21K, but you can also turn that 21K into 30. You can make 10 grand, 20K very quick. But why are you going to yell? Do you have? How long did it take you to make that money? A long ass time. Okay, this charger's having issues, but how long did it take? A long time. Yeah, so be careful. You want to be safe. Have you lost money? Have you been through some drought? Then maybe you're going to be more careful next time. Maybe you're not. Maybe you get lucky. Maybe you do that 20K and you somehow win it. Not somehow, but you win it and you're like, shit, I just made a huge gain. Everything, it's all worth it. But maybe you do it again or another 2 times and then you lose, and because you did, too heavy and you lost everything. When's enough? So you might as well just do the safest, smartest method in the first place, and you'll get the most gains. Because it's more guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed in the stock market or life in general, but it is more guaranteed than other things. And if you want to get the highest probability, because once you lose money, you have to make back nearly double to make it back. So I lost, I made back nearly 20 grand. So I made nearly 20 grand, but I don't have 20 grand. I'm back to even, because that's what happens when you lose money. Got to be very careful, because when you lose it, you got to make it back, or you just quit. But easier to quit, harder to feel okay with quitting. Some people like me can't do that. So you just keep going and you make it back. That's all it is. Okay, and VOO, holding this, trying to show some support here. It's the 10-day moving average. Is supposed to be resistance, but we flew through it. That's pretty bullish on the 540. Look at the 1 hour chart on the 1 week. Or about here. Yeah, we need to get over we need to get to that 545. I mean, it's trying. It's 543.56. But we will see. If we stay under, we could potentially look at lows that do not look good. Something like 533 and 533 from 543. It's not too bad, but it's going to look fearful. 543 minus like 2%. That's literally just a 2% drop, and that could look pretty bearish if we get like 2% down from here. But you know what? That's why you're prepared. That's why you're doing the 9 to 5 to riches method with stocks. And yeah, you'll be fine. All right, guys, I'm going to get some breakfast. It's 10:23 a.m. Remember, guys, you got to fuel the mind, not just with knowledge and videos, but with actual fuel. Nutrients, calories, protein, micronutrients. All right, and with that, check out the other videos if you want to see more. Also, the shorts can be pretty entertaining. Subscribe because it's free. Leave a comment if you have a comment or a question about a stock. And see you in the next video.